Welcome back to IXION. This episode, we are going to explore the new science points that we have discovered here down in the, let's just call it the southern region. We are also going to open up a new sector, Sector 4 to be specific, and we're going to start moving our food production from Sector 6 to Sector 4, because with the drones, drones, yes, not colony training center, that really does make sense to have the space and food like 2 sectors away. The sector shouldn't have that many people anyways. Also, there was some comments that I saw. I haven't had time to respond to all of them because of making videos and guides. There was a comment about not leaving cryopods behind. That one I actually would like to address, because while I wasn't aware of it at the time when I left those cryopods behind, before the patch that was released yesterday, at the time I'm recording this, I'm not sure if the patch has fixed it either. If you picked up all cryopods, the moment your station, the Tiqqun, went above 5,000 population, you broke the game. That was a kind of a game-breaking bug, so I hope that's been fixed now. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up all cryopods, but we do need to thaw nearly 1,000 more. Nearly. A bit more than 1,000 more cryopods in this lab, so or in this chapter. So I'm going to pick up as many cryopods as I can. Also, the patch changed the stability modifier in regards to having cryopods on board the Tiqqun. So instead of getting -1 stability on the entire station for every 250 cryopod, you now get a stability in the sector, stability penalty in the sector, if you have more cryopods than you have population in the sector. And given we have 1,884 people in this sector, that's going to be quite the challenge to manage to get that penalty. So I think we're quite safe in taking cryopods on board, and in fact I might want to upgrade the storage facilities for that, just because of that. But with that out of the way, let's just have a look at our ships here. Everything is good. The first thing we want to do is obviously send out a probe. Need to find resources, preferably not inside of the storm. That would be nice. I think that looks like a good spot. Yep. Next, we're going to send the Maxwell to the Depressurized R&D District, and we can send the light bulb to the Medical District to pick up the science there. And let's go. You're not supposed to go there, you're supposed to go there.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Our sensors have identified a part of the Etemenanki adrift in the Cruc system. Initial readings show no thermal activity, power signatures, or identifiable signs of life. Transmission from the Maxwell's team. This is the crew of the Maxwell. This section of wreckage is massive. We believe it is the remains of a research and development district. The laboratories we've seen look virtually destroyed, but we did not find an intact security room. No, we did find an intact security room. A sign above its entryway reads Ornate. To access the room, we'll need power from the Tiqqun via the RTP. Unfortunately, specific accreditation is also required to open the room's armored door. The neighboring residential area has collapsed, making the balance of this area unstable. We have spotted some emergency cryopods within the debris, though it doesn't look like there was enough time for a full evacuation. We will search the residential area, and the exoskeletons of the Maxwell's crew will prove useful in mitigating risk. Our team will try to locate signs of possible survivors. That tip there actually hints at if you don't have exoskeletons at this point, you might actually get worse results here. Back to the Tiqqun. What I do want to do is I want to get a larger stockpile in. Why am I keeping this around? No idea. Although I shouldn't tear it down, because I should use it for
A
electronics instead
probe
of
has
heading things
completed
there.
its scan.
And I want to...
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yeah, you are just going to pick up the science there and we'll move on. Can I launch new probe? Not yet. We want to open this new sector though, so let's override the locks. Do we have enough workers in this sector for that? By far. Override locks. And looking at this sector, yeah, no, there's nothing particular about this. We are going to do a fair bit of rearranging in this sector as well, but not yet. I might get to it in this episode, but I doubt it. Lightbulb has retrieved all the science from the Medical District, send it on to the Habitation Sector. We can launch a new probe, so let's see if we can find a point of interest. Well, actually, we do need water as well. So let's go there. Let's also have a look at our docking bays. We can have a mining ship here. Actually, we can have only mining ships here. I don't intend to build one. Here.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Don't need these here, so we'll add more mining vessels here. And do I have another mining ship? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll build one then. I need to look at these mining ship orders here. Yeah, we're prioritizing carbon and silicon, and then iron second, and then water. Yeah, this looks fine. We're picking up the science there as well. I want this to empty out now, because we're opening a new sector. We'd also take a look at our research goals. I've gotten all of those. I do want to get the mess hall ones, because those are very good.
An accident has occurred in the
But
Tiqqun.
I think we're going to go with... I do need and do want to get the health center. We also want these on the crop farms, but we'll get around to those. We are going to get ample science down here. Did I get the DLS centers? This one would definitely be nice, but I don't think we need that right now.
A science ship team has completed a task.
No, we do not need that right now. Okay, the new sector open. I'm going to pause the game then. Cargo ship. Let's get external fastenings so we can carry more resources on them. We'll get back to this sector. Let's go out, and I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was noisy outside. Event available. Most of what remains of the residential area is just shapeless metal. Children appear to have been locked in housing structures, while adults turned to improvised weaponry in a fight against an unknown aggressor. Bodies that the team came across had either been crushed by debris or sliced by cutting laser. The team did find some intact cryopods and also located the quarters of the techno supervisor for the area. Higher in rank, their dwelling was of a much larger size and filled with unknown technology. Their security key has been recovered. So we get 188 cryopods and 22 science for that. Now let's search the laboratories to see what research was done on the Etemenanki. Nothing good, I expect, because this place... Wow, is all I have to say. We do want to have a workshop. And we also do need a stockpile for alloys. We want to clear out these things before I progress from there. Let's just move out and start clearing out these resource depots. This sector is going to be very different from the ones that I've built previously. Well, not very different, but it is going to be different. I'm wondering if we might actually benefit from having another of these, but for now let's just leave it as is, because I don't have to rearrange the mess hall. That's going to be beneficial, I think. I've also tried to get this to be a tier 2 population sector, and I am completely unable to do so, so I have no idea what's going on with that. Okay, I'm going to have to start using the minimap now. In the industrial sector, we should probably start the iron production again. Or alloy production, I guess. These should continue to make alloy... Do they need to? What cargo ships? 2. Send one of them to get iron and one of them to get silicon. I don't think we need all of them on alloys currently. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to have to 1, 2, 3, so I think that would be a road like that. 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. So there's going to be a road going like that. And this road will go up there. And out here. We can build a food storage here, I think. Now the fusion plant I can't see yet because I don't have the mess hall, so... it should be 6, so I need to remove that one. But I have to place it down. So let's place down the mess hall beside the food stockpile so that I actually get access to things here.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Very good. Let's go out and have a look at that. The laboratories were severely damaged by the Etemenanki's depressurization. Most equipment has either been destroyed or is missing. The team found clear traces of laser cutting. Floors and walls have been ripped open. The R&D District was a secure area studying not only space-related phenomena but also technologies considered forbidden by the UN. Recovered research reports mention Dolos, BMS, and Ashtangite invention being studied. So we get 55 science and 820 cryopods here. Now we will open the ornate security room using the Techno Supervisor's key. Continue to pick up these, and we need another stockpile. Maintenance, please. And we can build stockpiles here. Electronics. No. And then food, and then alloys. We can also build another workshop here. We might need more workers. Probably we do, so let's send workers from Sector 5 to Sector 6. We have ample workers available, so let's just send 40. Probably high prioritize this one. Okay, science, I want to continue on the cargo ships, so let's get the EKP optimization as well to make them a little bit faster. And we do want to send out a probe.
Complete.
Let's see, that is iron and carbon and ice, that's good. Just looking at how I am prioritizing things here. We only have one ship dealing with carbon. Let's set the bar dish to do carbon and then iron at the lowest tier.
A probe has completed its scan.
Like so. Okay. I'm going to keep this stockpile for now. But food we don't need to keep up there, so that one I can move down there. Should also move the Maxwell over to the... No, not the Maxwell. The light bulb over to the destroyed docking bay to collect that science. And we can also send on the probe. Should be a point of interest out here somewhere. There we go. Let's wait now.
A science ship has arrived at its
This one should be
destination.
electronics, not alloys. Picking up science there. Very good.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Scattered files on the floor of the security room contained warnings about the prohibited nature of what was stored in the area beyond. Behind a further door, a long chamber was filled with occupied Dolos cryopods. Numerous data disks full of scientific information were also discovered. These finds are of incredible value. Filled with occupied Dolos cryopods. So we find 150 alloys, 1 electronics, and we get the ornate PA upgrade unlocked for the tech lab, which is an amazingly good tech. Let's leave the Etemenanki wreckage, and the storm should retract even further north. And we need to collect that science. Let's get back into the ship, and let's go right to the tech lab and research the ornate PA, because this means and makes all research. It says the research cost for upgrades is reduced by 10%, but it also affects these. So this will now be 81 instead. The 30 for that? No. That's a no-brainer. We just have to wait for these roads to get built. Could probably do this one as well now. Pick up as much as possible of this. Might also be a good idea to actually send food to this sector. We don't need much, but 30 would be good for now.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Of course it has. Okay. I want the large stockpile next. You can see it's now 36 instead of 40. Can build another workshop down here. Finish the road loop. And this should go all the way in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. And then this road here should go all the way across, and that's basically the road layout for this sector. However strange that might seem compared to my other road layouts. But yeah, I've already built this sector on my own, on my other Shadow save game. So I know exactly how I want it to look, and there are two reasons, or there are several reasons why I do that Shadow save game. One of them being this. Being able to plan out things like this beforehand, so that I don't have to spend extended time in an episode researching stuff, testing and failing and pausing and so forth, that's definitely beneficial. Okay, we have the large stockpile. These are 8 by 8 and they store up to 720 units of a single resource. We'll build one there, but we'll pause that because we don't need it yet. Let's just pause the game. I'm going to build another one there. This one will be for food. Now, I am also going to build a small stockpile here. Paused, powered off. Then we are going to have a stockpile here and a stockpile here, I think. Do I need... I'm wondering if I should have a double stockpile up there, actually. That's exactly what I will have. A double stockpile there. This one will be for alloys. I'll let the mech construct that. And then we'll have a workshop here. Okay. How are we going with our science collection? Apparently we're done. Let's move on to the Medical District. Lightbulb, you can go to EP41. And there should be another point of interest somewhere up here. There. With the large stockpile in hand, we can also start thinking about rearranging this sector here. I'm going to have to do some temporary things, but let's dismantle that battery because we really don't need all that spare battery power for this sector. Completely redundant is what it is. We'll also dismantle the DLS center.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Preliminary analysis suggests that this section of the Atominanki wreckage contains the remains of a medical care district. Language is hard. Transmission from the Maxwell's team. We have arrived at the site. We estimate that 2/3 of the district is missing. Remnants of cooling pipes have generated a haze that hangs about the debris and hides the floating corpses of Etemenanki crew. We identified 2 viable areas for investigation: the ruins of a research facility and an area devoted to medical care. Well, let me just check my notes because I don't remember what I did here. And I'd rather not do things wrong. Yeah, let's investigate the medical district. This is not an either-or thing, so Maxwell's team will investigate the medical area to learn more about the treatment practices on board the Etemenanki. Now the upcoming silence is because I need to make my desk a little bit higher using the motor thing, so...
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
That makes a horrible sound in the microphone whenever I forget to turn off or mute the microphone and I do the rising and lowering of the raising and lowering of the desk. We got a new event on the Tiqqun, and as you can see, that actually gives you the sector where it's happening with the...
A sector is being overworked.
Oh, gods. Yeah. We need to send people here very, very quickly. Shut that down. Shut that down. Destroy this. How many? We need one more. This needs to be in power off mode. And I guess we can power off that one as well. I thought we sent more workers there. Did I send them to the wrong place? I must have. Must have sent them there instead. We definitely don't need them there. That's for sure. From Sector 5 to Sector 4. Only workers. 60. Then from Sector 6 to Sector 5. Only workers. We can send 40. I really dislike it when I end up in overworked because it does add up in the save file that you have had a sector overworked. So that was a bit unfortunate, but nothing I can do about it now. It's a bit of a downside when you record stuff because there is so much things that you have to pay attention to. And it is very easy to forget and or lose out on things. We are going to need a drone bay in here.
Transfer complete.
Okay, so it apparently was quicker to do there. It's bizarre. It should take the same amount of time. Even with the train. Oh well. There we go. Just waiting for this event to finish, so we can do that as well.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The district is in ruins. The Maxwell's team had to stop several times during their investigation to clear away debris. Violent clashes appear to have taken place across the district. It seems that even before the attack, the medical capacity of the Etemenanki was oversubscribed. Recovered data suggests that congestion within the ship's care centers worsened over time. The team was able to recover a number of intact emergency cryopods. We get 22 science and 270 cryopods here, and now we will investigate the research facility. We should also continue researching in the stockpiles. I do want the collapsible frames for the additional transporters here. I'll just take that now. We're also going to continue on our cargo ships.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
That's fine. It's only going to be dealing with... we're in the main cycle. Oh, but this one has food. So we should be good with dismantling that because they will be fed. This one can also be dismantled now. And we're out of cryopods here. Good. Dismantle it. Dismantle that one as well. Power this up. This one is for waste, by the way. If anyone was curious and wondering about that. Go to truck P51 and let's launch more probes. Sure. And now we remove this road bit here and go to factories, fusion station, pause the game and put that there on pause and powered off. And next up we are going to want to build a mess hall. I think we can build that there. And we also want a stockpile small here. And this one will be for electronics. And then we can resume the game. We put the mess halls and, of course, the infirmaries. I almost forgot the infirmaries. Where you put them is largely irrelevant. As long as people have access to them, that's sufficient.
The science ship team has completed a task.
before we do that, I should also start transporting alloys into this sector. 200 should be sufficient. Here we go. And now the science event. The facility has been constructed from more resilient materials and alloys than other parts of the ship. Most of its outer structure remains. A lot of the internal hardware does seem to have been laser cut and ripped out. Our team was able to extract some information from the few remaining data consoles. A sealed stasis box was discovered containing what can only be described as a test subject. Having reviewed associated research reports, the team believed that the experiment used Ashtangite technology and genetic material taken from charred leaves. Charred leaves, I'm not sure what that word is. Subject ZY6073, or Zygote, for those of you who might recognize that, as named on the outside of the stasis box, appears to be alive but dormant. Now, this is a reference to a YouTube horror thing, and if you go search that up, I very, very, very much caution you. That thing, that video, I haven't watched it, and I'm not going to watch it. It's pretty scary. Probably on the borders of what is allowed to put on YouTube, to be honest. Anyways, we get 33 science and 124 cryopods. We are not going to retrieve Zygote. We are just going to leave. This is going to lead to all kinds of disasters. You do get some achievements from it, but I have no intentions of doing that. So leave the wreckage and collect the science, please. Thank you very much. This should be done, so we can go here and we can place down this, and we will store cryopods there. Now, we do have the kangaroo here. We might want to have the... Let's see. Didn't I have one?
Probe
yeah.
has completed its scan.
No, that was the wrong one. Pelican should remain in Sector 2. Okay, back to where we were. Here, let's add the... It's the void vector. So the void vector and the kangaroo, you can start picking up cryopods. Need to launch another probe as well. See, the storm is really going far back now. There's a point of interest. Not going to unavoid these just yet, because I want the ships to focus on the area down here for now. Okay, so the Maxwell can now... Administrator. Among the items recovered from the ornate security room was a prototype supercomputer based on PA architecture. It could be integrated into our tech lab computer systems. Already done. Stanford protocols do discourage the use of externally sourced lab equipment. Already done it, so I don't know why I would even be allowed to pick this. Launch the PA to assist with our research. And now we get the technology upgrade once more. I think there's some scripting error here. I don't think that you're supposed to be able to research the ornate PA in the tech lab until you've actually made a choice there. Let's move on to the Habitation Sector Wreckage. We are 2 cycles away from that, so, or the meal cycle, so that's fine.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
That's the one picking up science for us. Let's go back in here. We have all of these. Cargo ship, I do want them to be able to store more resources. We want to build the DLS center up again in this sector, so we'll build that there. And then we need to change the road to over there.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
I also need to build a road up here. While that might seem strange, I do have reasons for it. And we should build a infirmary there. for now. No, that's actually the wrong location for it. Never mind. Back to Sector 4. How is our workers here? Ah, we're doing quite well with the workers. Okay, so this sector here. I'm going to have to place down a medium stockpile here. And in this sector we need to place down quarters now. Otherwise we're going to have trouble when the the plus 10 thing there goes away. We also want to build a DLS center here. Cargo logistics unlocked, so we'll continue with the post-lunaclism cargo ship to make them move 20% faster. They are being very slow in, yeah, because it's all the way from over there and down there. The drones should help a bit, but I haven't seen a single drone coming down this way with anything. There's one there, but I don't think that's the one we're looking for. We can tear down that one now. We should also build... we do have enough workers there, don't we? Yes, we do. We should build a large stockpile here. And set it to accept alloys. And this sector, with number 6, should no longer receive any alloys. Which actually do the minimum, so it exports the alloys instead. That might help a bit with getting alloys here sooner. Hull integrity is resting rather comfortably at 565, which is good. Okay, next up, let's get the internal components miniaturization for 60% more resource storage. And that ship is done collecting research, so let's send it down to Croc Key 43 and let's launch another probe and find the planet over there. And event available. Our sensors have identified a section of the Etemenanki drifting in the Croc system. Initial readings indicate that a large amount of floating debris is present in the area. We have also detected heat signatures, electromagnetic emissions, and a weak radio signal deep within the wreckage. We are currently unable to decrypt the signal. Transmission from the Maxwell's team. This is the Maxwell team. We have entered the Habitation Sector Wreckage. Many mutilated bodies and cryopods float in the void. We have been able to pinpoint the exact area of the unusual readings. Here we can start with recovering the floating cryopods. Now we also want to have a look at our worker status, power this up, set it to accept ice. This one should also be set to accept ice. And these ships should stop picking up cryopod. No, they can actually go another round with cryopods. We don't really need all of these. We don't have the alloys in the sector. Well, it helps with the 87 we have there, but... I did set this sector to receive 200, didn't I? I did. It's going horribly slow. It would help if I opened this sector, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. This one. Harvest. Yes. And then dismount. Whereas in this sector, we need to build a crop farm. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Started powered off. And also let's power on this one just in case, because I don't want to run out of food. Not that we're in danger of that currently, but still. They are angry, so we need to enact some propaganda here. Intense. That puts them to negative, so we also need to build an alternative life center, which we will build down there. And now they're happy because the quarters are done. Imagine that. Providing people with homes make them happy. Who would have thought? Build another quarters up there. There's a drone with alloys. I think we can start this up in post mode because we're now getting the happiness we need, so... Okay. Now we want these to start bringing in ice. We have finished our evaluation of the cryopods. We were able to recover a large amount and they are ready for extraction. The recovery area is horrifying. The body parts that float here are mostly from civilians. The dwellings within the habitation sector look more like slums than real housing. The population density must have been extremely high. Some bodies show clear signs of disease and malnutrition. And we get 795 cryopods. Let's push deeper into the structure to reach the source of the unusual readings. The reason I'm getting ice in here is because we're not going to have a docking bay in this sector, so I need ice to be transported in somewhere so that I can import it into this stockpile.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Now these won't be built until I power it up again, but yeah. We do need more workers here. We can send workers from that sector. That it would be sector 6, sector 4, workers 40. That's fine. Science ship is now picking up science there, which means we can do more research on the cargo ship. We can get the Frostpunk injector. And that should be... I don't think we need the improvised repair protocols. The mining researchers are really, really good, by the way. Getting more resources from a deposit and also mining faster. That's definitely nice, but I'm going to ignore them because there is so much resources around, and since we already have the waste treatment stuff up, I don't really see the point. There are other technologies that I would prefer to have over those, like for instance the mess hall ones. Those are really powerful. So some might question this, but have trust in self-similar space or genetic cognatus or whatever it is. It'll be fine. It will be fine.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Making progress through the metal debris that lies everywhere has been difficult. The Etemenanki has been constructed from a range of extremely strong alloys. We have come to an area of fallen debris which forms a precarious cave around us. 2 paths onward are possible. We could pass through a large section of pipe that has been laser cut. Temperature analysis of the cuts indicate they happened some time ago. Alternatively, there is a reinforced tunnel leading away from here. Its sides are covered in bullet holes. We could continue to use the drilling rig, but one of these paths will surely save us time. We're going to proceed through the reinforced tunnel. And with that, I think we should also wrap up the episode. Interesting to see how the UN disliked Dolos rather severely, but doesn't seem to be all that good guys themselves either, to be honest. So, yeah, the story is getting kind of, what shall we say? Both weird and interesting at the same time. But with that, if you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those down in the comment section. And if not, then a little emoji, as usual, would be very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciated. Thank you. To appease the YouTube algorithm deities. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you all in the next one.